We've just learned the jury in a coroner's inquest has unanimously ruled how all members of the Hart family died. The family of 8 was killed in March of 2018 after their SUV crashed off a cliff off the coast of California.
Now, according to the jury, all children were killed, quote, at the hands of another other than by accident. As for the two mothers, Jennifer and Sarah, the jury ruled they died by suicide. The coroner's inquest is meant to wrap up the formal death investigation, allowing investigators to present evidence never before shared with the public.
Fox 12's Marja Martinez joins us live now with more of what investigators revealed today. Marja?
Well, they were able to use GPS and cell phone data to track the family's movements from Woodland, Washington to Fort Bragg, California, where they ultimately died. They have video of mom Jennifer Hart driving, making several stops, but data pulled off Sarah's phone, Sarah's the other mom, is what led them to ultimately conclude this was an intentional act. I want to warn you, some of the details are disturbing. According to CHP's lead investigator, Jake Slates, this is the timeline of what happened. An employee with Washington's Child Protective Services went to the Hart family's home on March 23rd after receiving a report of child neglect. Nobody answered, even though, according to Slates, it appeared someone was home. Shortly after the visit, Jennifer calls Sarah. Sarah is seen on video leaving her job and driving home at around 5 p.m. A few hours later, the women leave their Woodland home with their 6 adopted kids.
When the Harts left their home, I don't think they knew what they were going to do at that point.
Slate says they left in a rush, leaving almost everything behind, including their toothbrushes. After midnight, he says Sarah began making Google searches on her phone, immediately deleting each one. According to Slates, she Googled, "Can 500 milligrams of Benadryl kill a 120-pound woman? Is death by drowning relatively painless? How long does it take to die from hypothermia in water while drowning in a car?" Still, Slates argues the two moms were not yet committed to the idea of suicide because the next morning, on the 25th, Jennifer is seen walking into a Fort Bragg Dollar Tree and buying toiletries for the whole family. Cell phone data investigators obtained shows them driving up the California coast that entire day. 2 witnesses from Alaska who were camping on the coast saw the Hart's SUV pull into the Juan Creek turnout at 11 p.m.
At approximately 3 o'clock in the morning on the 26th of March, those witnesses then heard the engine revving, ultimately leading to this horrible incident.
One of the witnesses told investigators he thought he heard a cry for help, but it was dark and he saw no one. An autopsy revealed Jennifer was legally drunk at the time, and Sarah had a toxic level of Benadryl in her system. 3 of their kids also had high doses of it in theirs. Slates believes the CPS investigation ultimately set off the chain of events.
If they can't have their kids, that nobody was going to have those kids.
Again, the jury has just unanimously ruled that all 6 Hart children, Abigail, Marcus, Jeremiah, Devontae, Sierra, and Hannah, died at the hands of another other than by accident. The 2 mothers died by suicide. Live in studio, Marja Martinez, Fox 12 Oregon.